Hey, how you doing? This is Coach Ray Briggs, basketball coach here out of San Antonio, Texas. If you're watching this video, then you're probably one of two people. You're either a parent or a guardian that has a child that's involved in youth sports, or you're a player that's been a part of one of our workouts, has seen one of our workouts, or may have seen me on the sideline coaching one of our competitive club teams during the summertime. Either way, over the course of the next couple of moments, I'm going to share with you some valuable information on what we're doing here inside the youth basketball arena here in San Antonio and how it's going to help hundreds of kids reach some of their goals. Now, before I get too far into that, I want to give you a little backdrop. You may or may not be familiar with me or seen me around. I've been here in San Antonio since 2001, and I've had an opportunity to work with pretty much every trainer, camp, clinic here in the city. Okay, over the past decade. Now, to give you a little backdrop on myself, if you're not familiar with me, I'm originally from the state of Kansas. Okay, I grew up there. I played high school ball there, and I was what you would consider a late bloomer. Now, by definition, for me, a late bloomer is somebody who doesn't even play basketball before seventh grade. Seventh grade in most public school settings is when tryouts start. It's when you're first trying out for the school team for the first time. Now you see many kids at such a younger age getting involved in competitive sports, developing their skill set, and having so much more experience before they get to seventh grade, so they're way ahead of the curve versus players who do not. Okay, I was one of those players, believe it or not. I did not touch a basketball before seventh grade. I was video games and indoor soccer, believe it or not. All right, so basically, the reason I'm telling you that is because of this. My experience when I first started getting out playing, I was so blessed to have my first coach that taught me the game of basketball be a coach who knew how the game was supposed to be played. Wasn't necessarily, the big skills trainers that you see a lot nowadays. Wasn't, with all these advanced type drills, but knew how to teach how to play the game of basketball fundamentally solid that would transfer to any team that I played on. And I didn't know what I was getting at the time, but I took it, I worked hard at, and I ended up developing into a good basketball player. I was able to accomplish some things in high school. Was one of the top teams in the state my senior year. I earned league MVP honors. I was a first team All-State player. I had a lot of personal accolades, multiple times to the state tournament, multiple time varsity letterman, and all that stuff. And all that stuff was created off of my foundation of learning how to play basketball when I was considered a late bloomer. There were kids that were better than me, kids that have been playing longer than me, but because I had such a strong foundation, I had such a strong platform to build off of, it allowed me to pass up players who were better than me and create more opportunities for me in the future that other guys didn't get. Okay, so from that, out of high school, I was able to go on and play every level of college basketball. Initially coming out, I played at Emporia State University, which is a Division II school in Kansas. After 1 year there, I transferred to a junior college where I had earned another scholarship to get my junior college paid for and played in one of the more competitive junior college leagues in the nation against all kinds of top players, okay? And from there, I was able to earn another scholarship and finish up my basketball playing career and get my degree here at the University of Texas San Antonio, here in San Antonio, Texas. And that's how I ended up here, for those that don't know, okay? Now, I don't say that to impress you, but I say it to impress upon you that my experience of playing every level of college ball, all the way down to being a varsity 3-year letterman and earning personal accolades, and all the way down to going from being a kid who hadn't played at all, right, to starting on my 7th and 8th grade team. Why was I able to do that? I'm glad you asked. Okay, the reason I was able to do that is for the same reason that many parents come and ask me so many questions about their kid going through competitive sports, right? What do they need to develop in? Okay, what does it take to make the A team? How can I be a multiple year varsity letterman? How can I position myself to earn a college scholarship? What does my kid need to do? What camps does he need to go to? What training? Does he need to play club ball? All these questions that parents have all revolve around, is their kid going to be good enough to make a team? Now, this is a common question that many people have. And thankfully, after years and years, over the past 10 years to be exact, I've been involved in the youth basketball arena as a coach. Okay? Now, why do I say that? Because one thing that's a fact is that everybody that played can't necessarily coach. And everybody that coached didn't necessarily play. But when you could take the time, which I've been able to do, was to take my experience from playing on all those different levels and use it as a resource as I spent the last 10 years to develop myself as a coach. I've been able to combine the two and take that information, package it, present it to young players that have went on to take it and become starters at their middle schools, multiple year varsity lettermen, and be able to go on and achieve their goals of playing basketball beyond high school at the college level, Division I, Division II, junior college as well. Okay? Now, one thing about basketball I know is that it takes a community. And there's so many people inside the youth basketball community who do great things here in the city, whether it's with skills training, shooting, ball handling, scoring, all these different things that you see a lot of. And what I really want to pour into it, and what I've been able to do with these young kids over the course of the last 10 years, was focus on teaching them the same thing that gave me the platform to experience the success that I've achieved, and that's teaching kids how to play the game. Okay? How to play the game of basketball. Because the game of basketball is not the same now as what it was when I was playing back in the late 90s, right? Or what it was when I was playing college ball in the early 2000s. The game has developed. It's very progressive. And if you don't understand how to play the game, then you can have all the skills. You could be the strongest, highest jumper, quickest player on the floor, but if you don't know how to play, you're not going to be of value to any team you go through. And that's what I'm presenting. That's what we package. That's what we put together to serve the San Antonio community through our 210 basketball training academies. Now, you're on this page here. You're going to see either below this video or below, above it, left or right, somewhere on here, you're going to see an opportunity to leave your name, your email address, and register to get these updates on what we're doing here inside of this community. Now, I told you I had something special for you, and what we're doing for everybody that just leaves your name and your email, I'm going to send you my free report on the 3 must-knows for every parent that has a child that's going through youth sports, okay? Now, wherever you're playing at, whatever team you're playing on, whatever environment, there's 3 key things that you got to make sure you keep foundationally in front of your player in order for them to develop into their maximum potential. And that's what this is about, okay? Whether you're the shortest player or the tallest player, there's universal principles to where if they're applied to your child's development, then they can reach their potential, they can be successful, and they will be of value to any team that they go and try out for, okay? Now, I gotta be honest with you, this is not for everyone, okay? There's a lot of time and energy that has been poured into this information, that has been poured into kids who have taken this information and have ran with it to accomplish their goals and dreams. So what we have done, we've broken this up into 3 categories. If you're between the ages of 10 and 12, 13 to 15, and 15 to 17, we are only taking 10 players in each one of those age groups to participate in what we're doing here in this fall season as far as our youth development is concerned. Okay, so inside of this 210 Basketball Academy curriculum, we've packaged this information, okay? We've laid it out for you step by step to where if you take it, you study it, you work hard at it, then there's no doubt in my mind that you can be of value to any team that you go and try out for or play for, because not just based on your skills or your athleticism or your strength or your size, but your IQ is going to be on such a high level to where it can't be denied. Okay, so like I said, we're only taking 10. We've already opened up registration. So definitely, after you leave your name, your email, click register, get your free report. If you see value and if what I'm saying makes sense to you, then you're going to have an opportunity to secure a spot for yourself inside of those clinics and really lay a strong foundation for yourself to prepare for the upcoming season. Okay, so, and as an added bonus, I'm actually going to send you some additional content to help lay out the 3 basic areas of player development that everybody needs to focus on in order to be a complete basketball player. Okay, so I'll be sending you content on that as well. So be sure to keep an eye on your email for it. All right, so again, I tell people all the time, at the end of the day, we're all blessed to be a blessing to somebody else. The game has been a tremendous blessing to me. I've been able to pay it forward with over 50 to 100 plus kids by teaching them the same information. And now we're ready to package it and present it and give it back to today's youth so they can continue to reach their goals and dreams. All right. So again, this is Coach Raymond Briggs. I'm excited about the opportunity to work with you, develop a relationship with you, and help you reach your goals and your dreams. All right. And we'll see you guys over the top. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.